right, hello and welcome everybody. It's lovely to have you back here today, and I certainly hope that you are going to enjoy the class that I have prepared for you. Today we're going to be focusing on, traveling. We all love to travel and, see new places, see the world. But I know that a lot of you think, oh, but, what if I cannot communicate? So this series is going to help you with just that. Now, what we're going to be focusing on particularly today is the phrase, have you ever been there? So we're going to look at pictures, we're going to look at vocabulary and, of course, grammar and sentence structure. Our main grammar focus today is, of course, the present perfect with ever and never. So that is what we're going to be doing. I'd like to have a whole series of travel English on my YouTube channel. So please comment and, let me know about specific things that you'd like to learn about so that we can make our, webinars fun and exciting for everybody. Now, first of all, traveling is a joy for us all. I unfortunately don't get, the opportunity to travel as much as I would like. But, hopefully one day I'll I'll be able to do just that. So just let me put there we go. Technical things. In any case, so I think that we are just about ready to start. So again, have you ever been there using the present perfect with never and ever? Hopefully some students join us so that we can, of course, be interactive and join in. I think what I'll do, let's copy and paste that. I see. Mansoor, you have joined us. And share. All right. So let us take a look at our first slide. Think about these questions. Do you like to travel? Describe your best vacation. Where was it? How long was it? What activities did you do? How was the hotel? And of course, what facilities did it have? So these are quite simple questions. Of course, you can make them a little bit more advanced. You can, of course, answer in a more advanced way. So do you like to travel? Of course, yes or no. When you want to describe your best vacation, where was it? For an example, my best vacation was in Thailand. How long was it? It was 10 days long, 2 weeks long, however long it might have been. How was it? Here we can use a lot of really nice descriptive words like it was delightful, it was great, it was fun. There are a multitude of different words that that you could use and to describe this fantastic vacation experience. What activities did you do? So what did you do during your vacation? Did you go to the beach? Did you go sightseeing? What did you do? Think about it. For those that are just viewing today, feel free to use the chat. I think that you should be able to use the chat if you... There we go. Maybe try and type to me, see if the message goes through. I'm sure it will. So, how was the hotel? Was it a good experience? Was it a bad experience? How were the staff? How was the food? All these things fall into this hotel question. What was the room like? Was it big? Was it spacious? What words would you use to describe the room? Okay, very good. What facilities did it have? So what facilities are important to have in a hotel room? Do you want internet connection, like Wi-Fi? Must it be 2 single beds, 1 double bed? Should it have TV, cable TV? What should this all have? Okay, so these are some really nice words, phrases, and expressions that you can use to actually describe your best holiday or vacation experience. It is a lovely topic to speak about, so yeah, I love hearing about my students' holidays and what they did and how they enjoyed it. What was the weather like? Was it hot? Was it cold? Was it stormy, windy? I love to hear about it all. Now, looking at our next slide. What are these places? I'm sure you recognize them all. So, of course, here in picture number 1, we see the Great Pyramids of Giza, which are, of course, in Egypt. In picture number 2, we see the very, very famous Colosseum in Italy, specifically Rome. And of course, we see in picture number 3, the Great Wall of China. In fact, an interesting fact, the Great Wall of China can be seen from outer space. So I thought, when researching this, that was quite interesting. So, have you ever been here? Or have you never been here? How would we respond? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Okay. So nice, easy phrases for you to use when, of course, saying where you have been and where you have not been to. Now, what sites are there in your country? So, of course, all of you are from many, many different countries. You know, you from Africa, we're from many Asian people, many European people, many people from the Middle East. So you are all over the, all over the world, and there must be so, so much to see. And of course, I would love to hear more about that. So think about the sightseeing spots in your particular city. Are there statues? Are there castles? Temples? Mosques? The list is endless. It is endless. There are so many types of sightseeing places. Parks. Think of Central Park in New York. It might just seem like a park, but the whole world knows about it. What sightseeing places in your city are well known around the world? Here is an example of a sightseeing attraction in my country. Of course, I'm from South Africa, and South Africa is very famous for Table Mountain. Of course, it's called Table Mountain because it looks like a table. It's flat on top, and we can go walking up there, and there are a few animals. They're called dussies, actually, and they sit by the rocks and they look at you and probably laughing at all of us human beings, hey? But that is a very good example. Another lovely sightseeing place here in my country is a little town, village called Hogsback. If any of you have had the chance to read or see The Lord of the Rings, the movie, and of course the book, the author of that book, in fact, spent many years during the Second World War writing that particular book in Hogsback, South Africa. So I'm quite proud of that. It is a beautiful little place, I must say. So there we go. Sightseeing is wonderful. Now, let's talk about different types of vacations. Some of us like to go to big cities and, the rustle and the bustle of city life. And some of us, most of us that live in cities, we want quiet. We don't really want to see or be seen. We just want to try and relax and take a deep breath. So let's talk about islands. Are there any islands near your home? Think of little places like Tahiti, Malta, Madagascar, Fiji. These are all islands. Why? Because they are so small. They cannot be continents like Africa or the Americas or Asia. They are very small. Let's look at places that are warm all year round, like Hawaii, Cuba, and Fiji. These places never get cold, or not very cold anyways. These are what we call tropical. Okay, like I'm sure you've heard, tropical island. Well, this is the exact meaning. A dream of mine is to take a trip on a boat. This is what we call a cruise. Lovely being out on the ocean, not many people to bother you. Only thing I get worried about is Mother Nature. I think that the ocean can be dangerous, but at the same time so, so peaceful. Have you ever visited any islands before? Have you ever been on a cruise? If so, did you visit any specific islands while you were on your last cruise? Think about it. How would you respond? We can say things like, oh, yes, I have. Or no, I haven't. Again. Then you can give more detail. You can speak, for an example, there are many cruises that travel along the Portuguese islands. So, how would we put that into a sentence? We know what information we want to include, but how do we put it into a sentence? So you can say, oh, on my last cruise, we visited the Portuguese islands. Nice, clear sentence with minimal words. Very often, we make the mistake of trying to put in too many words into a sentence, and it ends up long and drawn out. However, my little tip to you would be to try and keep your sentences short and sweet. The shorter, the better. Okay. People very often get confused. Keeping your sentences short will get straight to the point. You'll get your message through. They'll understand. And there we go. Sorted. Okay. Now, let us take a look over here. Have you ever been to? Here's a nice way to start up conversation with people. Ask them, have you ever been to the United States? Have you ever been to Madagascar? Have you ever been to China or Italy? Of course, no, I have never been there. So me personally, no. I have never been there. But I would really like to. I would love to experience that. Definitely, I would love to experience that type of thing. Hopefully one day I'm just going to have to work very hard, and then I will achieve just that. Now, this is just for you to practice a little bit with. So you can answer these questions out loud, just to yourself. You can record them. Recording your voice is a very good thing. It really, really helps you. Recording your voice will basically, you'll be able to hear the pronunciation. Am I pronouncing the word correctly? Am I speaking at a good pace? What am I doing wrong? So that is a nice way for you to do these type of practice exercises. So just from listening and not actually hear or seeing the actual questions, have you ever been to Hawaii or Australia? Okay, when was the last time that you had gone sailing, fishing, surfing? Please note, all of the words that I have used there finish in ing. How will we respond to that? Well, the last time I went fishing was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, however long it's been. If you don't like sailing, if you don't like fishing or surfing, then you say, well, I don't like either of these activities. I like, and then you tell us what you like. Where have you eaten French food? You can say, I ate French food, when I was in Paris. I ate French food at a restaurant in my city. Of course, luckily for all of us, we have different restaurants from all over the world in our cities. Let's ask another question. Have you ever visited Rome, Venice? Have you ever slept on a boat or a train? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Now, I want you to name 3 places that you want to go to, but have never had the opportunity. And why? What makes those 3 places so wonderful and so attractive? Here, you can use those descriptive words again. I like the weather. It's warm. It's tropical. And you can give us a whole big list of reasons why you want to visit that place. But now the question is, why haven't you gone there before? Why have you not had that opportunity? Is it because it's very expensive? Let's face it, traveling costs a lot of money. So for me, that is the main reason. But what are your reasons? Haven't you had enough time? Is work just too busy and you can't take time off? What are your reasons? What about foods? I want you to name 3 foods that you've never eaten before, but you want to. The world is full of strange and wonderful food. Food that when we hear about it, we're like, oh, but that doesn't sound too good. But, I said that about sushi. I said, oh, raw fish? Gross. That sounds terrible. And, well, I tried it and I like it very much so. What 3 foods have you wanted to try, but you haven't? Maybe now is the right time, hey? And that, my dear students, is basically the class about have you ever been there? This is a nice, especially a nice interactive lesson, even though we didn't really have anyone to interact with. You can go home and practice using this vocabulary. Again, record yourself on your computer, on your phone. Listen to how you're saying words. Does it sound right? Does the sentence structure sound right? And so on. So that is basically that from me. If you have any questions about this class, please do send me an email. Of course, my email is available on my blog. You can please feel free to subscribe, join me, and help me help you. As you can see, here is my blog page. Of course, please do feel free to subscribe again. Like us on Facebook, all right? These social media things are here for you. So everybody, I certainly hope that you enjoyed this class today. Of course, it is the second of many classes that I hope to be teaching you. Comment, like our pages, and please let me know what you want. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you the same time next week. Goodbye.